I've had thoughts and I don't remember squat.
I remember I almost died.
Everybody remembers almost died.
You're okay right now, I think.
Yeah, I almost died. I had a slave brand that marked my wrist right here. Or not a slave brand, but like a thief brand or something.
Wait, did you die? I thought I almost died. I thought everyone else was okay.
So Cody's talking about when he disturbed the zombies trying to steal all that.
Yeah, I got hidden down. Oh yeah, then the zombie bear. I remember that.
Yeah, so so you guys had talked to the.
Oh yeah, it's literally that's where we are. There's a zombie.
Yeah,
it's right there.
I'm
so
like dead in the corner right now.
Figure out who did the best last round.
So you guys had like it started with entering the tomb of the Night Order. Lindsay had pulled the sword from the stone. Cody had pulled, or Jakuba had pulled the gold from the tomb, and angered all the zombies. He failed all of his rolls, almost got like pulled back into the crypts within, and then he wisely dropped all of the gold, and then they let him go, but branded him as a thief. And then you guys left. You came up with the idea of trying to track down Jeska with the Bloodhound idea. So you went back to the academy, kind of talked to some people, got some health potions from Jost for saving him, and then you found some smelly socks, tracked him through the forest, and that's where you guys ran into the bear that Brielle thought to try to calm down, but it was not a natural bear any longer, so it smacked her upside the head, and she rolled, taking 9 damage.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me guess. Shane rolled.
Yeah. No, I think
she
I
actually
did.
rolled it.
But I did 2 berries, and I'm up to 3 now. I have 3 out of 10 now.
Okay.
Well, that's right. You ate the berries.
All right. So then you guys I want to do a quick little vote. So you guys can vote. You can't vote for yourself, but you vote for who had the coolest moment last game, or most memorable, or coolest, like the best save in a fight, anything like that. Something that sticks out in your head.
I vote Dominique for claiming the sword. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Everybody else just kind of got damaged.
All right, so Dominique gets 2.
I think Dominique took the sword and then left, right?
I also vote Dominique because of her lengthy response to "Why do you fight?"
She just stared at the camera like.
Yeah, she's like. And I vote whatever ethereal voice was the sword for cutting out.
Yeah.
I vote that.
I mean, you were deep underground. That's a terrible signal.
Why do you?
Why? Do you?
Do you?
Do.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna give it to Dominique unless anyone else has any nominations.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dominique too.
All right. Yeah. So Dominique, you have what's called inspiration, meaning at any time during this game, it only lasts this game, you can choose to burn it up, and it gives you an advantage roll. So you get a roll, like re-roll a dice. And then I'm gonna vote. I'll vote Jakuba for trying to steal the gold in character, risking his life. So the DM gives Jakuba, so both of you have inspiration. It goes away at the end of game. Lindsay.
Oh, we lost Lindsay.
Lindsay took her award.
You gave the ham-fisted thief.
I did. He played his character to his own detriment. So.
It's true.
Yeah, I like how Lindsay got her award and then just left. Like.
Yep. She's like, I win. I'm out.
There's probably a celebrity that does that, just goes and accepts their award and just leaves. All right, well, I'm going to play her character until she pops back in. So yeah, last we left, Brielle, you are rolling down on the ground. The bear is roaring. And what do you guys do?
Somebody best save me.
You're so mean, though.
Okay, all right, hold on. What? Okay. I run at the bear.
All right.
I run at the bear, and I What do I do?
That's what you. Yeah. What do you do?
Okay, and the way we're doing this too is it's like you guys will go, the bear goes, but the bear gets to move twice. So he has 2 turns.
I
Rude.
usually have like a oh, here we go. There's tabs. I'm trying to find where I wrote down what my guy does.
He
Oh, here we
smacks
go.
big weapon.
Are we rolling for initiative for turns or no?
I think with how many people we have, and since a lot of people aren't here, instead of doing turn initiative, we're going to do
Okay.
side initiative.
I got
so
it.
you guys go,
So
bear goes.
Is the bear still on top of Brielle?
No, he had knocked her aside and she had rolled.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm gonna run right up to it and I'm gonna swing my sword at it.
Alright, do your attack. And he has what's called legendary reactions. Oh yeah, you absolutely hit. Roll damage.
What's my damage?
Your sword, 2d6.
Oh.
And then what's your strength? 3.
17, so 3 plus 3.
Alright, so you absolutely just whip around, and your sword just bites into flesh, but it seems to almost like not even notice. It like chunks down, and its arm kind of detaches a little bit as you pull it out, and it still
How
roars.
dare you hurt my goblin friend?
And then someone else gets an action before the bear goes.
I think the bear is scared and he turns around and looks at Jakuba because, he injured him.
You
Okay.
look at the
Well,
bear.
what do you do, Lois?
Yeah. You don't get to pick what the bear does. The bear,
Yeah.
as far as you know, doesn't seem to
I
feel
just
anything.
did.
Yeah. Thanks, Lois.
It's going right for Jakuba.
Wow.
So, let's see. Can I do something to him?
Yeah, you'd have I think what
Can I
weapon did
put
we
him to
decide?
sleep?
You could try, but it seems to be a zombie bear. Do
How do you
zombies
fix
sleep?
zombies, Bridget?
What?
How do you fix zombies? Give them brains?
I mean, I have a magical weapon, but I'm kind of dead.
Well, how do I fix Bridget?
You do have
Tell
a
me
healing.
what to do.
Yeah, don't you have
Yeah.
a healing spell?
We will, Lois. One of these times we're gonna go over. We're gonna write you down a character sheet, and then you can have it in front of you, and then it'll just have what you know. So
And
it's
then
easy
you know
to
what I'll do? I'll be like this.
I mean, that's kind of what we're all doing right now. I'm
That's what
reading
we're all
my
doing,
character sheet, trying to figure out.
Can I fix Brielle?
You could run over, and then I think you have what's called cure wounds. You like touch them and are able to restore
Okay,
their
I'm
health a
gonna
bit.
go cure her wounds.
So you run over. What's your name again? You had I remember it meant
Veruca.
wart. Veruca the wart.
Veruca.
What a beautiful name for a wart. So Veruca
Yes.
runs over to Brielle as she's tumbling, and then leans down, whispering arcane words, and does.
Sorry.
That was the worst spell ever.
All right. While I look up cure wounds, Casimir, you'd be able to get an action.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to open with throwing my...
Heals on her.
I think I still have a dart, yeah. So would this be considered a sneak attack since he's already engaged, or that would just be advantage?
If he's engaged, I think you get. I think you get sneak attacks. Didn't it say whenever they're fighting one of your allies?
I think so.
Yeah, so I think then you get that. And Brielle, you are healed 9 hit points. She runs and then restores the health to you through Veruca's touch.
I rock.
9 hit points. I'm fully healed.
You're welcome.
I'm
That was
gonna
the attack
wait.
die? Okay, and And I think we did the sneak attack bonus thing there too as well. Yeah, so as the bear is kind of like lunging up, trying to get the sword, I'm getting a really weird echo. I don't know who's echoing here.
Yeah, what's happening?
I think it's Lindsay. Lindsay,
Oh yeah, it's probably Lindsay.
what are you doing? Are we on your car speaker?
Thank you.
Yeah, just put us on speakerphone instead of through your car
It's
speaker.
weird because I can hear the echo, but the echo is robotic.
Yeah.
So everyone's voice is just.
So Lindsay, just take us off of your car speaker.
Oh my god, dude.
And then if you're on speakerphone, you actually be able to go as Castamere kind of like jumps to the
Oh,
side.
done.
Oh, she's gone. Okay. So Casimir runs in like almost
Hey, Zach.
underneath Jakuba as he's like trying to hold back this bear, and he's able to get in and get some quick stabs in. And it does 7 damage. The sword pierces through, and like black ichor leaks out from the wounds.
Do we know how much how much hit points does the bear have?
You have no idea.
Oh,
I check it out. I see if it looks more dead.
You could do an insight check. Try that.
Yeah.
do I get a turn, or was my turn the first time talking to it?
Sorry, this one.
Dead is dead to Jakuba. He's confused. Is why it's moving.
Yeah.
The bear
He's
gets
dead to
in
me,
action,
guys.
and then we're going to flip back around. So, the bear turns, and he makes a swipe down at Jakuba. Jakuba, what's your armor?
My armor is
Don't you just have a loincloth?
11.
Oh, he bites down. So, he reaches down with his jaws. His slavering, smells of death jaws. And hits... He bites you down for 7 damage. And then as he's biting you, he swings a claw back at Castamere. What's your armor class,
I'll take
Castamere?
it.
Somebody needs to kill this sucker.
Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Sure, and
I'll wear
Jakuba,
glasses, bad idea.
I think you remember you have that weird thing where you can reaction reduce damage.
I do have that, but I'm saving it
Yeah, it is a resource.
Until you're dead.
until I'm dead.
14.
Alright, so as he bites, as this bear creature bites down onto Jakuba, he swings like one of his massive paws in your direction, and you're able to kind of like duck as it swings by your head. And now we'll rotate back to you, Brielle. You can go first.
Now, since Shillelagh is magic,
Mhm.
does that, what do I roll? Do I roll something because it has a magical thing and he's like an undead creature, or
Nope.
because
it
you
just-
said you told me it could do something with ghosts? Does he count as a ghost?
Well, you could smack him and find out.
Where do I roll to smack
you
him?
can just waste your
It's
pin
in
and see.
it's in Shillelagh. It's on your weapons. I think if you decide to cast Shillelagh, it just turns your weapon into that weapon roll.
Shillelagh.
Yes, and the Irish pipe is a nasty weapon. What weapons do I have, Shane?
Oh, I got launched.
I think you had a rapier, like the little fencing sword, was one of the weapons you had.
Oh yeah, on
And
guard.
I think you also would be good with a bow, kind of like Dominique is. You have like a little smaller bow. So you're like a bow and arrow and a little on guard fencing sword.
That isn't gonna kill the zombie.
That didn't do anything, did it?
No, so now you have to. It's in your
My ground.
your character sheet on weapons. You should
Says
have
cast.
one.
We're up high.
Yeah, on weapons you should have one called Magic Staff. You can just roll that one.
Oh. Oh God! Where'd it go? What happened? Why am I in Margaret's?
I don't know why are you there.
Magic staff.
Yeah, you absolutely. So you like just run up yelling, spin around, smack it with your staff as it glows, and it just cracks into the fleshy mass of this shambling remains of a bear, and smack it for 3 damage. and it lets out a...
Focus targets.
We didn't hear that, Shane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
let's out.
There you go. It lets out a...
Chewbacca.
Yeah. All right, so Castamir, Jakuba, and Veruca, you all can kind of go at the same time.
What is the bear like? Like, where is it in relation to
It's currently biting you. It's like still biting you, just letting off. Remember, because each round is about 6 seconds.
I'm gonna take my little sword,
Ryan's one.
and I'm going to stab him in
Let's
his
push, let's push.
eye and try and get.
Oh, yeah.
Stab him in his eye.
The old
Okay.
Yeah,
eye
through his
shot.
eye. It's a long sword. It can go through his eye and to his brain.
So the way we do attacks like that, Dominique,
Hello?
she's returned.
Robots to me.
We still robots to you?
Should we dive?
What are you eating, Cody? I want some.
Fair enough.
Wheat tart chew. Mm-hmm. Give me all the green
Extra.
ones.
Extra sour.
Ew. I don't like sour.
Okay. So the way that we do this, Veruca, is... Lindsay, are we on your car phone again? Like, are we in your car speaker? Lindsay?
If she just wants to listen to us, we can just turn her volume down.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. Turn her volume down really low for now. And then,
Yeah, I muted her.
Okay, so, yeah, Veruca, the way that we do this is if you try to do a direct attack and call out, like, a specific spot, it's harder to hit, so you roll with disadvantage. So I roll 2 dice and pick the lowest one. And you're able to actually, you still rolled pretty high, so you actually are able to get in. Veruca lunges around Castamir, so now you're kind of surrounding this giant bear. And she plunges her little fencing rapier right through its eye, and it almost pops.
Yay.
Yeah, and the other one is kind of like looking around, and it's like milked over and white and kind of like almost rotting there. It lets out another roar as it takes...
I roar back.
4.
He still got his jaws in me?
He just now like released, because remember, each round of combat's
Okay.
like 6 seconds, so everything's kind of happening at the same time.
I'm gonna follow up the release. I assume as he's releasing, his head is still like lower. As he's reeling back, I want to do a pirouette spin with the side momentum, aiming for his throat with my blade.
Okay, are you trying to do just damage, or are you trying to get a specific effect?
I'm trying to cut his throat.
Okay, so you have to roll disadvantage then, if you're trying to get a specific effect.
All right, so I'm gonna roll 2 d20s.
Yes, take the lowest. 2.
Oh,
Yeah, so as you spin around, like aiming for, so you actually do kind of like nick it, and it just seems to not care as it kind of like cuts through. It's definitely, you can see as parts of it are kind of like shambling, like off, but it seems it's animated by a force that is not a normal life force. And Castamir, and I'm gonna do something with Dominique while she's gone. So Castamir, you're able to go.
Okay, so damage over time, is that a thing?
It depends on what you're asking about.
So let's say I want to hit this zombie bear with the torch that I'm carrying to try and inflict some like a fire.
You could try.
burning.
You could try to light it on fire. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, what would I do for that?
Just roll a normal attack like with your 20, but you're attacking with your torch.
Close, close.
I can't see the dice roll there. What was, oh, yeah, 15. So as you like take out your burning torch, as it's like lighting, casting flickering shadows. You smash it into the hulking form of the bear, like plunging it into its matted fur, and it takes 1 damage from your blow. Your torch shatters into it as the light briefly goes out, and you plunge into darkness. But a little flickering form of fire starts to spark into its fur as it starts to catch a light. And now it is slowly catching on fire in front of you guys.
Burn the mother down.
And now it's its turn. And as it's coming back at Jakuba with fire, kind of like almost a mane of fire around its its whole head, it's gonna bite down at you, Jakuba.
My mic just blew off.
All right, it hits again.
I flex my pecs, and I resist it.
Yeah, you're taking 6 damage if you don't. So do your resistance. I'm not sure. I forget how you resist the damage with your ability.
So I do
Wait.
D12 plus Constitution modifier, and I negate that much damage.
Okay, so you roll a d12, and we add your 3, I think.
Oh, 5 damage. Hey, I take 1 damage.
Yeah, so as it it leans down. And,
How much do you already have? Like, how many do you have?
how many do you have, Jakuba?
If I take that 1 damage, I'm down to 14.
Oh.
Yeah, but it actually, so as it bites down at you, it takes 4 damage itself as the fire starts to spread around it, and then the fire gets kind of hot as it's like down close to you, so you take an additional 4 damage, Jakuba, from the fire as it starts to singe as it's biting down on you. And it kind of roars and lunges at Veruca with its other paw, kind of seemingly enraged, even though it doesn't seem to feel anything, but the fire seems to be freaking it out. And it like tries to reach back and swat at Veruca, and the damage that's caused to the arm that it did causes the arm to actually fly off with the momentum, and it lands with a wet slap onto the grass.
There's Jakuba's dinner.
Yeah.
Can I do my entanglement spell on it to try and put it in place?
You could try that. And as it's fighting you, you hear another coming from behind you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
All right,
It couldn't be easy.
your rounds.
I'm gonna do entanglement
Okay.
if I can figure out where it is.
I have to have you do an Arcana check because as everyone else is standing close to it, I need to see how well your character is at placing the spell, or else you might entangle the rest of them. Because everyone's
Alright.
standing really close to the bear fighting it.
You have to
Okay.
have good aim for a spell.
Yep. Spells like Entangle have an area of effect. It hits everybody in this like imaginary square. So since you are all right next to the bear, yeah, you're very close to the bear, it might entangle you as well. So if she's trying to do like a very precisely aimed entangle,
Where? What? Where?
it's called an Arcana check.
Where do I see that?
It'll be on your stats there. It's basically an intelligence roll because I don't think you're proficient in it. It's just how well you're able to manipulate the magic.
Intelligence.
Shame.
Yes. And what are you guys doing while she's looking at that?
I have a quick question. So
Yeah.
I have great weapon fighting, so I re-roll
Yes.
roll 1 or 2s.
Yes.
Does that mean that, like, let's say I do a specific attack where I roll 2 dice and I take the lowest one? If it's a 1 or 2, do I re-roll that?
No, so it's only for damage. So actually,
Oh.
because of that, you did roll a 1 earlier, so go ahead and roll another 6. I'm scrolling back through, so roll a 6-sided dice really quick.
Shane, I got a 19.
Yeah, okay, you are absolutely able to place this spell where you want it. Alright, so he takes an additional 3 damage from Jakuba.
Yeah, but they've got spawning.
Put it on the zombie bear, Brielle.
So, what did the spell do?
The spell, you see as through the withered land that you're looking at, because everything is dead and decayed, and it looks like the life has been sucked out of it. Brielle calls to the deep roots and the deep sprouts living under the ground, as like new life springs forth in the forms of giant twisting vines. And the bear gets to make a strength saving throw. And as they're trying to wrap this bear, he's able to avoid getting tangled by them with his strength.
I got a 19!
And he rolled a 20.
Stupid bear.
Yeah, let me check that really quick. I think he has to keep rolling it. So what are the rest of you guys doing while this is going on?
I'm gonna
You hear the howling, the strange double vocals howling behind you.
do a as my bonus action, I'm gonna do a second wind to heal up. So that's 1d10 plus my level. What level am I, Shane? Am I level 2?
You're level 2.
All right. So I gain 5 HP back.
Okay.
And as I do that, I'm running up to it. And I'm going to do an overhead cleave attack.
Okay.
Ah,
11. Nope, it's plus your strength, so you actually do hit. Roll damage.
15. Ah, yeah. 5
Ro-
plus 3.
You get to re-roll that one.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Jesus,
Okay, so you
Colin.
do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because of your strength. So as you smash it, it actually like you cleave through like directly into its skull, and it kind of like stops here, and you can see as the hit like splits open, and it kind of seems to stagger, and then it does,
Just lay over and die.
and it does. It actually starts. You can see as like the unseeing eye that was kind of swiveling madly without saying anything, kind of stills, and it's the weird twitchy force that was animating it seems to just flop, and it becomes
I go.
just dead flesh again.
Huh. Stay down this time.
And as he kind of falls, you hear as the howling behind you gets very loud, and there's almost like an echoing call from another one.
How many zombears you gonna throw at us?
Well, you want to look? You can use your bonus action to look.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I definitely want to do a check to see what.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could run away technically.
That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody best carry me. I got short, little, stumpy legs.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to toss me.
So as you look around in the dimming light, because it's just the only light that you see around you is the fire that's burning on this bear, and you kind of like look and you see shadowy shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them moving. They're also moving in kind of they're running on all fours. They look to be wolf-sized, and they're moving in that same weirdly jerky fashion that the
Zom wolves.
that the bear, you recognize almost the same force animating them as they're running in the distance.
Is the bear that died kind of in the path that we need to go down?
So shitty.
It was kind of standing to the side, so yeah, you'd be able to. It's a wide forest area, so you don't necessarily have to run right through it. You could go around it if you wanted to.
Okay. Because what we could do is just light the bear on fire and tail it while the fire masks are.
It's already it's
retreat.
burning, like it's lit on fire. It's like you can
It's already
feel it.
on.
Yeah, because the
So,
fur
we could
was
just
the fur
bug
was
it.
dry. So yeah, as you run, we're gonna do something that's called a skill challenge. So as you guys are trying to run from these undead wolves, each one of you gets to say something you would do that would assist the whole team in getting away, and then you roll for that. So it's like not quite combat. You can just think of something crazy too if you guys think of a wild idea. But you're running away.
Brielle.
All right. Okay, do your strength check then.
Oh, strength check?
You rolled a 5.
So 5
That's not very good.
plus
Yeah.
3.
So as you run to pick up Brielle, she's like almost as the animosity between you, she's squirms out of the way.
She told me to do it. All right.
I don't know. I don't want to take her
Well-
character's motivation. Like I don't want to get inside her roleplay her character. But that was a low roll. So you as you like kind of reach, it's the wounded arm from the bear biting you can't seem to quite like lift her in that way, as you're still
That's very
hefting your big
embarrassing.
sword. So as you heave to pick her up, you're not quite able. So you have to like book it. So all of you are starting to run as you're so that's one fail in your column. And the way this works is you have to get a certain number of successes before 3 failures, or else the wolves catch you. We have 1 failure, so someone else can try as. So as Jakuba tries to pick you up,
I'm
he uses
tall.
You
Can I
can't-
pick up midget Bridget?
So you cannot do the same. This is kind of getting weird, game, but you can't pick the same action someone else did to keep things some variety. So you have to think of a different way to help them.
Okay, Bridget doesn't need picked up. Bridget can
Okay.
walk.
Okay, so Braille, everyone's still running. So
I thought you said you were short. You needed somebody to carry.
she
you.
does move a little slower because she's short. She moves slightly slower than the rest of you.
Can I put her on my back like a backpack?
She could try to climb up there. I would let her. You can't do a strength check for this one because Jakuba already tried. So it's like no one can do this thing.
Think
Someone
of
else
something
did.
else.
Yeah, it has to be something else there.
Like what?
Hold on, I'm looking at my spells.
Yeah, like what?
I can put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Could you put the wolves to sleep?
Ryan's not.
Well, they're zombies, so probably not.
No. Don't try.
He's trying to go all the way around.
Is Druidcraft, is that enough for me to like be able to kind of like shake, like rumble the ground a little bit to confuse them?
I would
Or is
allow
that
you.
not?
I would let you do a druid craft because your vines are still there. So I would let you druid craft to manipulate your vines again, the ones that you made sprout. So yeah, you would do a. I think it's a wisdom spell thing. So you roll your you roll a d20 and add your wisdom to it.
I roll it under Druidcraft or under core stats?
Just roll a d20 and then we'll add your wisdom skill, which is 2. So we add 2 to it.
Six.
Oh,
Or
so-
9. 9? 6.
Okay, yeah, so you get over that. So you're able to, as the wolves, you see them kind of, one of them runs past the patch that you had left as you guys are running away from the burning bear. One of them darts over the vines that you had made sprout before, and as you reach back to use your Druidcraft to manipulate the vine, it, like, grapples this wolf and, like, keeps it as it's trying to run. And it actually runs, and as it tries to pull away with such like, single-minded intensity, it actually pulls free of its own leg and is now running with 3 legs towards you guys, and it's running slower. So that's 1 success in your column. Alright, Castamir and Veruca, what are you doing?
I'm staring at the gross zombie wolf with 1 leg missing.
That is not helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you won't let me do what's already been done. So
I would, as a suggestion, Lois, because you can get pretty wild since you're a bard, you could even say something like, I perform like a
Can I
marching
consult
beat.
the wolves?
I wouldn't think I'd count that. They can't understand language, but for something like, you could even say something like, I'll do a performance check to see if I can inspire my allies to run a little bit faster, or something like that.
Yeah. We run in rhythm.
Yeah, like you can get pretty
One,
you can
two,
get pretty
one,
wild.
two, 1, 2.
I'm doing
Yeah.
a cadence check. Let's see if we can actually get this thing down with marching orders.
Yeah.
All right, so if that's is that what you wanted to try to do?
Yeah. Castamir's
Sure.
running out of rhythm again.
She nat 20s that. So you rolled a natural 20, highest in the dice. So as that actually
Run in rhythm, dudes.
yeah, so you guys actually she starts storming, and it's just like such an intense beat that like your hearts beat faster, your blood starts pumping, your senses are alight with just the sense of survival as adrenaline pumps through you. And now you guys
ate
are
pot brownies,
booking it.
didn't you?
That can be Veruca. She can be the fantasy drug dealer. So you guys are now booking it.
Long
Actually,
bottom leaf.
you're moving much faster now. So that's another success in your column. Casimir, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's good. Dude, you got rhythm.
So, I mean, would it make sense that I have like a noisemaker on me since I am a Thieves Guild member?
Yeah, I would say that you probably have like some sort of a firecracker or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to throw that to try and distract the ones that have all 4 of their legs still.
You're really loud.
She's stealing my water. Okay,
Hi, Marissa.
do a deception check really quick. Okay, another 20. So you actually, you toss the noisemaker, the firecracker, off to the side, and it makes a loud pop, and the other wolves, the zom wolves, are driven by just the sound of it. They veer off and lunge out into the side, chasing this noise. So you're able to pull away. The only one chasing you still is the lame, 3-legged zom wolf.
The special one.
Yeah.
Can I slow my run and turn around and
Yeah.
just
Do an
swing my
attack roll.
blade at that?
Do an attack
Yeah.
roll.
I'm gonna take him out.
We're gonna get a 1.
Plus your strength. So you actually connect that. So you just spin around like you stop with your heel digging into the ground, and the force of your turn, you pirouette with your giant
that's
sword,
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
and you like swing angling upward and just like launch this thing. Is it just like it almost runs into your sword with the momentum it flings over you in 2 separate parts.
I turn back to my friends. I'm like, go, go, go!
You're able to all escape as you run away from the other 2 wolves that were distracted, leaving the burning body of the zombie bear behind you. And as you run
Lois,
deeper into the forest,
I remember that. I
remember that.
And yeah, that has been something that I remember that since I was like 9. Like,
Pretty sure
It's
it gave me.
haunted his dreams.
Yeah, I think it's given me
Yeah.
nightmares before.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
It pirouettes, so you better watch
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're able to escape as you run deeper into these woods. The light from the burning bear fades, and the dim moonlight from the fog kind of obscures the vision again as you run deeper into darkness and shadow.
All together now.
Yeah.
I'll try to play.
All right. I look around. Where am I?
Do a perception check with disadvantage because it's very dark now.
What?
Yep. That you guys used up your torch, smashing it into the zombie. You're in darkness right now.
Whoa.
Why didn't we light our torches on the burning zombie?
I mean, you didn't. Jakuba, you peer through the darkness and the kind of the mist, and you're not able to make out anything more than like the
I can
shadowy outlines.
Yeah, say I'll take a look.
I can't see anything.
It is, yeah, Jakuba. It's very dark.
Yeah.
Can I make my staff glow?
Do you have a light or something?
I have Druidcraft.
You could use that to light. If someone else has another torch, you might be able to light that. I'll say Castimir's investigation. So the intelligence check he did is representative of him always thinking to bring it back up as he pulls out another torch, and Brielle is able to just snap as it flicks a light, and the light bathes around you in like a 20-foot radius, as you can kind of see, and you are deeper into this forest that's kind of like the withered and dead forest with the tall kind of October-looking trees, and you see by the faintest moonlight and by the faintest cast of your torchlight, you see a crumbling tower in the distance.
Next. Sorry's one. Sorry's one.
Let's go see what it is.
Yeah.
As you guys
check it out.
are approaching it, you almost stumble and trip in the darkness. You look down and you find a a wagon cart, like one that would have been pulled by a simple single horse, kind of like a covered wagon. And it looks new, it looks broken down, and it looks covered in blood.
Can we test the blood to see who it came from?
I'm not sure. How would you go about doing that? Yeah.
Our DNA testing.
Yeah, you like.
Tastes like zombie.
Send it to the forensics.
Yeah, I wonder.
The lab. How do you think we figure it
Yeah,
out?
send it
I mean,
back.
my investigation's pretty high, so.
Casimir, look at it. Look at it.
All
All
right.
right, I'm gonna test this blood. Hold on.
Okay. As he like dips his finger, gives it a little taste. It tastes. I'm not sure I would know. Yeah, it's that is human blood.
That's definitely blood, guys.
Yep, and the Casimir knows this taste from before for some reason, I guess.
Whatever, fucking work.
And you actually, as you're looking around, you see kind of tattered and torn clothing, and you find a small doll.
Oh,
I sniff it.
Okay,
well, at
you
least
sniff
you
it.
eat it. I'm gonna look for the horse around the cart.
I'm gonna look for a little kid.
What does it smell like, Shane?
It smells. It just smells like kind of like the
Smells
straw
like a
that it was
doll.
made of. Yeah, it smells like a doll would. With that 9 there. As you look around, you see. Do a perception check, Brielle.
Yeah. Big ass target. Where's this one? Alright. Run.
Where do I find that?
It's in your skills perception.
Oh, why are skills
have
and
a
core
TV.
stats different?
I just tell Shane, do it.
Yeah. She's the only one that gets to tell the dungeon master what to do.
Here's one. Lucio. Lucio's one.
Okay, with that, you're in the dim light of the torches. You look around. You don't see any evidence of the horse. You only see that it might have been once pulled by. Kind of like you see the broken bridle, the snapped,
And I have no.
whatever the leather straps are that hold the horse.
I walk over and I dismantle a wheel and I take it with me.
All right, you take off. You have a wagon wheel.
I have a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
I want the leather strap.
You want what?
The leather strap.
All right, so you're able to kind of like, as you guys search. So actually, as you search the
So
supplies,
we're just ignoring the blood and just stealing stuff from this
Yeah.
cart.
Yes.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
scrap this entire
We've
area.
only got 3
Yeah.
wheels now.
So you actually,
We're not
as you're
stealing, we're just borrowing.
as you're kind of looking through there, you actually find like some what would have been food pouches, kind of like
Take
a
'em.
so
I
like a
take
small
them.
family's worth of food pouches, and you find a sack of what looks to be 10 gold worth of coins, just seemingly
I also
untouched and
take
ignored in the cart.
I take it.
You always take it. Remember what happened the last time you took gold?
I take the gold. I do a quick check around me for zombies, and then I take the gold.
Your brand kind of singes a bit, but you take the gold.
I grit my teeth and I pocket it.
That really hurts. I don't care.
Yeah.
Can't see anything. There's a kitten in my way.
At least he's there. Tailless little guy. All right, so what are you guys doing now? You see, you're inspecting the cart. Jakuba had just pulled off the wagon wheel. You found the remains of what
Yeah, for now
looked like the
cart's
riders.
Useless.
yeah, no, it's useless. He dismantled the wagon wheel, so now it can't roll anywhere. And then you see, the kind of like, as like the clouds kind of part a little bit, the moonlight comes a little stronger, and you see far off in the distance a stubby, broken, shambling kind of like tower with the stones having fallen down around it.
Let's go.
What are we going on, Connor?
I see an owl, and I ask the owl what happened here.
So, you actually don't see an owl because all the animals in this area are dead. All of the small animals.
Owls aren't small. I can fly away and come back.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I'll let you do a survival check to see if you could call out and find one around you. But I'm gonna make it pretty hard. Yeah, because there's very few animals around.
I spy an owl.
It's a zombie owl.
That would be cool. There is a creature in D&D called the Owl Bear, and it is dreaded and feared by all adventurers. As you cry out with a piercing owl scream into the night, there is nothing that answers you.
Clean out some earwax out of my ear.
Are we pretty close to the tower, or is it like way off in the distance?
It's fairly off in the distance. Like you're not like right next to it. You see like it kind of like in the far distance.
Come on, little goblins, let's go. I start marching towards the tower.
Shane, your music is getting louder.
Okay, that's. I think
you can turn it down, Lois.
Yeah, if you turn it down, she's on her phone.
Right-click on it and drag it down.
She can't really click nothing.
Right-click on anything.
Motion detected
Maybe.
at the front door.
I have to tell the Dragon Master to turn it down. Turn it down, Dragon Master.
Maybe Lois should start following the rules and be like all of us.
Alright, I'll just mute it because I think I'll have to figure out how you can adjust volume from a phone. So the ambient music. Yeah. If you guys can maybe if you double click the rhythm, it says rhythm, see if you like double tap it with your finger, see what happens.
Double tap that rhythm.
Double tap it or press and hold.
Yeah, press and hold might happen too.
Oh, I got it.
And there's like a slider.
Yep.
Yeah, just take the slider, take it down to like 15% or so.
I got nothing now.
Motion
Okay,
detected
we're
at
good.
the front door.
Motion
Yours
detected at
worked,
the front
Cody.
door.
Motion detected.
Yeah, did you guys... Who was that? Who detected
House is
motion?
armed.
It's a zombie.
Yeah. Alright, so you start
Yeah,
marching.
motion detected.
You march, you start going to this tower as the dim pocket of light around you from the torch is like almost pressing against the encroaching darkness of the night. And you guys walk, it's probably a few hundred feet away, so as you guys get closer and closer, you can start to see remains of what would have been walls circling this tower, and they have also crumbled with age. And
you seem to have an affinity of nature. Do you know what would cause this level of devastation?
Bad stuff.
She knows it's nothing
Bad
natural.
stuff.
Although maybe someone do Veruca, do a history check because you said your character was good with history.
Okay.
All right, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's you, Shane.
I do a history check.
It was a 2. It was a 2.
So Veruca's dumb.
Veruca has never seen this tower. Yeah, she's just never heard of this. It's almost as if the spot is almost unmarked on the map.
Castamere, what do you make of it? Do we go in or not?
I'm going to investigate around like the very front perimeter.
Okay. We'll say do a stealth check as you approach, as Casimir kind of separates from the group to get closer.
Ooh, that Brian.
What does it smell
Are you
like?
still holding the torch, though? Are you moving?
Yeah, still have the torch.
You still have the torch? So as you are...
hand me the torch. Hand me the torch before you go. I'll hold the
How am I going to see you while I'm investigating?
You're gonna
eyes will
die. You're gonna
adjust.
die.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I hand off the torch, and then I stand there for about 10 minutes while my eyes adjust, and then I move forward.
Humans. Okay, so... So as you kind of approach through the shadows, do your investigation check as you get closer to one of these outlying stone walls. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so you actually, as you kind of peer
You see
over,
the heck out of it.
yeah, you're kind of like
Right, I
touching.
just gotta let my eyes adjust.
Yeah. So almost as if like, because it's still very dark, so he's like touching the stonework, and it's that seems to have been just with age. It's almost as if like this was there long before any of this happened. And as he's looking around, he actually hears like what sounds like the digging and the sound of stone striking stone.
I'm gonna save my DM for Reaper.
What do you see?
I would say it's a little too
Give the
dark.
torch to you.
Tell
Beyond that.
him.
Well, with that one, so with that one, actually, with
What
that,
do you-
because you nat 20 that, so actually, I'll give you a little more there. So as you were kind of like you get a little bit closer, like on the edges of where you feel it's safe, and you're able to kind of peer through the moonlight, and you see 3 humanoid figures kind of shambling around. 2 of them tall, one of them very short, and they seem to be rummaging through the stonework and moving stones around.
This doesn't sound like something we feel like tackling right now.
I'm
All right.
Can I
So
talk to him?
I'm gonna run back and tell them everything that I saw.
Is tall like Jakuba tall, or like normal person size tall, or like,
It would be average
Really?
average human height.
and the other one's like my height?
Yes.
Castamere, what do you see?
Zombies, possibly. I'm channeling around down there.
Possible zombies.
Possible zombies.
Can Jakuba does not have good memory. Could one of you remind me why we're out here? What are we looking for?
We're looking for that guy.
The guy who has the thing that's creating death and decay in the forest.
The guy who has the thing
He has his
that that stuff.
I say I strike a heroic pose and I say we should go ask them about it.
Wow.
I like the look Castamere gave you. This incredulous, like.
Stop. Back up. I'm prepared for this.
Okay.
I have my sword.
All right, so Jakuba, does people go with Jakuba, or does they do let Jakuba go?
No. I lay out a battle plan with
Okay.
What Castamere's information gave me, with full intention that we're gonna have to storm these members.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I thought you actually got that off.
What
Okay,
is the largest animal I can turn into for battle purposes?
I think
Okay, first, let's all take a breath. Do we know these are enemies before we go there?
Wait. Can I turn into a bat and fly over them and like actually see in the night?
you can't fly yet. That's level 8.
Oh,
Jakuba,
Yeah. You
I
can
can turn
turn.
into
Jakuba.
anything, can't I?
Remember,
Can
you
I
can only
turn into a
disguise
cat?
yourself. You can only
And I
disguise
can
yourself.
see.
You could turn into a cat. So you can turn into anything about wolf size or smaller, as long as it doesn't swim or fly. Those are the 2 restrictions for now. I know.
Jakuba hasn't
Okay,
felt
I'm
the
And
going
then
to-
and then Lois, you can change yourself. Remember, yours is an illusion. You disguise yourself to just change your appearance to look like someone else. You can make yourself
So I
look
can
taller,
change
shorter.
myself to look like a rat.
No. Another person. So it has to look. It has to be of similar
rat
proportions. You can make yourself look like Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So as
That
long
might
as
be
it,
a little obvious.
yeah, like 2
Does
arms,
she look
2
like
legs.
a zombie?
You could maybe look like a zombie, I
2
suppose.
arms, 2 legs. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll turn myself into a child.
Yeah, you could shrink yourself. So it's pretty
Why?
3 feet shorter,
Because
3
I
feet
think
taller.
there's a child there, and I can talk to the child. I don't. Think
It's a zombie. It's gonna kill you.
I don't think they're zombies.
I'm gonna turn into a bobcat so I have some kind of defense, but also can see at night to go investigate.
I say we should do something to confirm if they're enemies, and if we
All
should
right.
do that without them noticing us.
So Brielle turns into. You watch as she. This is the last of your transformations for the day because you used the Bloodhound last time. So you turn into a little bobcat.
No, I didn't use the bloodhound. I thought, or did I? I
You
thought
did.
I decided not to.
You use the Bloodhound.
You-
That's
no, you
yeah, you did.
Oh.
So as you. This is why we keep track of your character sheet. So go to your character sheet on class resources and then mark your wild shape.
Class resources.
Yeah. We'll have to add. We're gonna add one
I'm
here.
glad I don't have to do that. I'm just
Where
sharing.
do I add that? Where? What?
I'm adding one there, so this is just where you can keep track of. So you have max 2, and then current 0. So you've used your max. So as she becomes the bobcat, you're able to the moonlight becomes almost like it becomes bright, and you can't really see colors, but you can distinguish shades of gray detail. So as you approach, do a stealth check for me. With advantage, I'd say, because like little bobcats are good at that.
Well, and I'm also a hobbit, and hobbits are stealthy.
I will be right back.
So you roll your stealth twice. Oh, I guess you don't need to roll it twice. You're able to get right up close. Like you just your padded feet makes no sound as you're just silent as a whisper through the forest. You're able to dodge, like kind of duck behind these stone walls, move along close, and you get very, very close. You see a man with a straw hat and like tattered like overalls, a woman with a tattered dress, and a small child with simple clothing. And they seem to be just kind of like picking up these stones and like rummaging through the dirt.
But do they look all decayed like the zombears and stuff?
Do a quick perception check. With advantage because your stealth lets you get really close. So one more roll. You don't know. As you get close, the cat's eyes are able to determine detail, but you can't really see shades of color much. So you're not able to quite see. You just kind of see the backs. You don't risk getting up to the face of them.
And I can't smell decay on them? I'm a bobcat.
It smells. They smell normal to you. It seems there is the smell of death that lingers over kind of the whole land. But
They're humans.
Lois, go play him to sleep.
I could go do that.
If they're humans, they'll go to sleep. Otherwise, we're dead.
So, okay. Are we deliberating as a group?
I don't know. I'm a bobcat.
Have you joined us? Do we know what you saw?
it's great because she comes back and can't talk to you because she's a bobcat.
Wow.
Oh, she said.
Yeah, John Meeks, I guess.
Wait, Lindsay can understand me, even though Lindsay's not here. She kind of is.
I'll say that Lindsay kind of is, so she's able to relay as she talks to the bobcat.
I say we attack first, ask questions later.
Laundry, Colin.
No.
They
You need
are
to
in the
chill,
middle.
dude.
If they ended up, if they ended up where they are now, it means they got past zombie animals like us.
Or they were enslaved.
We didn't see any corpses or anything like that on our way, so they didn't take them out, meaning they are the same alignment as them.
Well, there was a lot of
we-
blood. They could
so we
just
should
be
kill
dead
them?
anyway.
I said
Wait. I can fix this. Okay, so I look around for a rock roughly half the size of my hand,
Okay.
and I chuck it just in the general direction.
Okay. So as you hurl this little rock, it kind of like whistles through the air and then clatters against the stone, and the little one swivels and runs on all fours towards the sound.
Ah!
I think that we're. I don't know. They could still be human.
I can throw another rock.
Yeah.
Better
Okay.
try
All
to hit
right.
the
All right, Shane.
small
I lay down a battle plan. So this is what's gonna happen. Is we're gonna have okay. I'm gonna lay out a battle plan. You guys can agree to it or not if you want. But I'm gonna lead up the front. As I go up the front, we're gonna have Castamere and Dominique going from the sides as flankers. So I'm gonna take on the full attention as they're trying to flank him a little bit. and then we could have possibly Brielle and
Baruka.
Baruka join me up a little bit.
I'm a bobcat. I got power right now.
Yeah. So I will be the main distraction, and we'll have our
As usual.
sneaky people take up the sides. Yeah, as
Wait.
usual.
But like, I'm the only one that can see.
Casimir
Right?
still has
Wait,
a torch, doesn't he?
I take back my torch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
You have it.
Have it, 'cause we need him to be loud and
Yeah.
bright and visible. So
And so, okay. So this one I'm thinking is I can, because I'm holding the torch, right? I can light my wagon wheel on fire and like throw it like a discus. As I charge it. Once you guys are in position.
what buffs do we have to put on Jakuba? Because is there any buff that maybe like might help with his rolls? Because this sounds like it could just be catastrophic.
Well, Dominique has inspiration, and she abandoned us.
She did abandon you guys. We'll say that she gives it to... Well, Jakuba got
Yeah.
inspiration as well.
I have inspiration. So all right.
Okay.
Are we agreeing to that plan? All right. So Shane,
All right.
I am leading it up, but only once I see that Dominique and Casimir are kind of getting into position around the perimeter. Once I see that they do, I light my wheel on fire. And once I gauge that I'm within range, like decently in range, I'm going to throw my discus.
Okay, so then you make
Following it up with running in.
Okay, so that's a dexterity check when you throw it. So good, do you do just a dexterity?
I think I'm good at throwing things.
We'll see. Yeah, just roll a d20, you add a 1 from your dexterity. So hope you get good. You don't even need to use your inspiration. So as you kind of like lunge in, you kind of fling around 2 times like a Olympic discus thrower and hurl this flaming wheel, and it just spins and it lands on the
child.
on the man. It hits the man. It bursts into flames, and you hear just a horrible like screaming sound as it has a layered
And
voice to it.
I'm going to use my action surge, so as like a bonus action, and so I'm following up this thrown discus with just a running cleave.
Okay.
I hope the man and the woman were also zombies and not just the child.
Okay, that one hits. So yeah, roll your damage. And as you hear like the wooden discus, you can reroll the 2 with your great weapon fighting. So as you like run in with the discus and like you charge him with the blade. 6, 8. So 8. Let's see really quick. There's actually a man that steps out of the tower as he hears this clamoring sound, and he's dressed in robes. He wears a circlet with a gem in the center, just as you've collided with a zombie. And he calls out to you. He's like, "Who disturbs my work?"
The zombie did it.
I'm gonna run up to the man all sneaky like and swap him with my padded claw foot.
Okay, yeah. Do a attack. I have the stats up here. Yeah, so roll a d20.
I don't
You
know.
have
If there's someone
pounce,
we
too.
If someone's trying to talk to us, I don't know. Usually, if we're going to attack them, it's bad news.
He didn't try to attack us.
I know. If there's someone trying to talk to us and we attack him, I think it's bad news.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, you're saying because she's going to come up there and swipe her with his
Yeah,
coupon.
good, because he's trying to talk to us.
Hey, I say you did your thing. She does her thing. So she runs up.
All right.
Brielle, make an
Hey,
attack.
I can take damage as a bobcat and then turn back to human, and I'm still good to go.
Yep.
So
You
All
won't
right.
know who she is.
All right, so make your claw attack, and you actually, on the Bobcat, you pounce. So as you ran towards it, you have a chance to knock him over.
what do I roll? Just
Roll
strength?
a 20. Yeah, do a 20-sided, and then just a 20-sided. I have the stats here. Yeah, so you actually, as the man steps out looking at you, like, who disturbs my work, this little bobcat just comes out from behind him at full dead sprint, leaping through the air with a claw attack. Brielle, roll a 6-sided dice.
It's definitely up there.
And then you get to roll a 4-sided as well, because if you hit with your claw attack, so roll a 4-sided. So 6 and a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, 6. That's 10 damage. Okay, so 10 damage. So you just... and he has to make a saving throw to see if he gets knocked over.
I think I
So-
made Casimir angry.
So you actually...
Or you rest in peace, Steve.
So you actually are run over, and with a just leap, he's like talking to Jakuba with a dramatic villain flair, and this wild bobcat just like knocks him over. He falls to the ground, and then she gets a bonus attack with a bite. He takes 10, and he has fallen to the ground. And he says,
Yeah, what does he say?
What does he say? Yeah.
He
What
said,
does he say? I can see now what he looks
I know.
like, but what does he say?
Yeah. So he looks like he has kind of like I'm picturing Kylo Ren. He kind of looks Kylo Ren like
All right.
with a circlet and these like deep black robes, and he's bah! You don't disturb my work. You will add to it. The circlet flares, and Brielle, make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving. Cody should really be with me so he can point out where I'm supposed to be throwing things.
It's on your core stats.
Core stats. See, now I'm in skills. Let's see. Oh, the CON.
Yeah.
And then go far right to that.
So you watch as the circlet flashes, and you feel just a sense of strength drain from your body. Your muscles grow tired, and you watch almost as the same as around the area, the grass that was already withering just crumbles into dust and blows away. And do a quick perception check.
Now I'm back in skills.
Yes. Okay, so you actually notice as the man's his cheeks grow a little more gaunt, and his like the bags under his eyes sink in a little bit more. And Brielle, you've lost your hit dice. So
I don't know what that means.
So those are the things you use to heal after a fight. And you have 2. Did you already use your hit dice to heal ever? I don't remember.
No, I didn't know what that was, so I don't think so.
Okay.
I used my good berries, and then Lois healed me.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, because you didn't take damage. So yeah, normally you have a thing that you can heal later to heal yourself. Those are gone. And if you're knocked out of animal form, you take what's called exhaustion. And if it hits you again, it hits you with something called exhaustion. So you feel the strength kind of drain from your body a bit as the circlet flashes and the area around him withers and blows away. And then you see, like, clawing from the earth, just bones, like skeletal creatures. You see, like, a human skeleton, like what looks to be a wolf skeleton, like what looks like half a bear skeleton, and the horse actually that was missing, like lumbers up from behind from inside the tower, and they're all animated, shambling towards you.
are they zombies?
They are
There's
bones. There's bones. The horse has flesh on it, and they all get their opportunity to. Quick thing, Castamir and Veruca, what are you doing while this is happening?
Am I still a bobcat, or did he knock me out of that?
You're a bobcat.
Okay.
You just lost your hit dice, so you can't heal later on with your natural healing. And if you knocked out of the bobcat, normally it would take one of those hit dice. This time it hits you with an exhaustion. And if it hits you again with a circlet, you get another exhaustion stack. Which is a debuff that you don't want to get.
So I'm assuming that I'm still hidden.
Yes, you're still hidden.
Attack yet. So what would I roll to
Agree?
kind of like a check on this guy? Like to see maybe if I notice anything about him, like what he is.
I'm actually going to say something really quick because it's 10:14. I know we all kind of wanted to go to bed, so quick check to see how everyone is for their. Because I feel like that could be a good place to end it. Nice dramatic cliffhanger as he summons zombies against you as he's knocked to the floor. To see if. So quick check. Are you guys wanting to continue? Because fights can last a bit. So do you want to go through it? Do you want to call it a night and sleep? Wait till Lindsay comes in later.
I'm good.
Call
It's
it.
early here.
It's up to you, Cody.
I mean, I'm probably going to be up late anyway, even though I'm in bed. So
All right. So
it's Bridget, really. She's the one that has to be up super early.
Yeah, but I don't sleep.
that's a convenient skill. Oh. Okay.
You should use some of your healing berries for that, Bridget.
I
Yeah,
should.
or some of her pop brownies. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just a
All
little
right.
tiny bit.
So yeah, you said you wanted to see what he's about. Kind of like see.
Wait, can I, like, as the bobcat, can I notice his smell as what I'm looking for from being the hellhound or the hell whatever I was, hound dog?
Colin, they're
Yeah,
all in the
you
castle.
recognize the smell now with your powerful bobcat noses. It smells just like the man you were looking for. And so, Castamir, you could do the bonus action insight check. So that's where you kind of determine to see someone's like motives, to read their body language.
Sorry.
So you actually, as you are, you get the sense of just intense anger and frustration emanating from him, like as he's being accosted by you guys.
Why he
Stay
mad?
on it.
Well, he did just get attacked by a bobcat.
Yeah.
Not our bobcat. We don't know where it came from.
Yeah. We have no affiliation with Bobcat.
Can we ask him his name?
You could call out, but there's no guarantee he'll answer now.
I think right now is I'm in the thick of the zombies.
You are. That's the
Bridget
last
is
thing that
on top
happened.
of
Like,
him.
because this is all happening very quick succession.
Baruch and Casimir are still hidden. So I would say, like, if we're fighting this out, that could be very advantageous.
And Dominique is
Yeah,
Kind
what's
of.
Dominique doing?
I don't know. I was gonna have her just kind of be off, I guess, because I don't really want to play someone else's character like in a round, because if something happens, that would suck. So I'd say that
I
would say that she's kind of like, you guys are on your own for this one. She had left and searched another part of the forest on her own.
rude.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to throw my dart at what I'm guessing is the necromancer,
It's clear reflects on.
Okay.
but I don't want to kill him outright. I just kind of want to immobilize him.
You want to maim him?
Yeah, I want to cripple him.
You could
I
do
want to
it.
try to knock the shiny thing off his head.
Well, get your bobcat paws up there and do it.
No pressure.
You wouldn't be able to. It's not your action, so it's Casimir. So you wanted to throw the dart. If you're trying to get a specific effect, remember it's a disadvantage attack. So if you're trying to and you can kind of tell me what you're going for. I'm not sure how a dart would incapacitate him without wounding him too much. So if you can kind of think of a way that would work.
I mean, it's a dart, so it's not terribly long. If I throw it just right, I could blind one of his eyes and not kill him.
If you throw it just right, that's that's an intense throw.
It is an intense throw.
So-
I'm gonna try.
All right, you have disadvantage on the throw, but because you're sneaking, it cancels out with the advantage. So this
So
is
just-
but he also because he's on the ground because he got knocked over.
I
He
was
has
prone.
prone, so prone also gives him a little bit advantage against ranged things. So whatever you roll, you -2.
So lawn dart him in the eye.
Yeah, so this is
Best
a
not
shot.
roll a 2.
Get him.
Oh, you
Hard.
nat 20'd it. Oh my gosh! So
Get him. Just
Blinded
him.
him.
Just kill him. Get him.
yeah, so as you just toss this like little dart, it just sniper like the camera follows this dart in slow motion, like spiraling around, watching as it just whizzes through, and it just like as he's kind of like on the ground cursing, starting to stand up, like his hand glowing, the diadem flashing. It catches him in the eye, and he just screams and goes down, clutching his eye. And he's I'll give him the blind, so he has the blinded condition now. And Veruca, it's your action really quick, and then what are you doing, Veruca?
She's eating.
She is eating.
I picked up that food from the cart back there, remember?
Yeah.
This is not the
there-
time.
There was pot brownies in there, so
I picked up a wheel.
I picked up pot brownies.
Yeah. Our priorities
Let's
today.
see, is he down?
He's fallen to the ground, clutching his eye. Yes.
How about I insult him so much that it hurts?
Yeah,
and get
that
him to
can
tell
do it.
us who he- Huh?
Yeah, you could totally. So he makes a wisdom saving throw against
That's
Sword.
just-
Stupid blind loser.
Man, this little epic boss fight is turning into. You guys are bullying him.
He better be an enemy.
So, he fails his wisdom saving throw. So we roll. Yeah. So he takes 2 psychic damage. And that's their turn. So Jakuba, you actually, as the like screaming man with the wheel that had hit him, you see like shards of the broken wheel kind of like stuck to him. They're on fire, catching his overalls on fire. He turns to you, and you can see like a deep, almost like the bear claw swiping across his face, and it's like gouged deep, and his eyes are kind of unseeing. And he, the woman, and the small zombie child running on all fours are running towards you. So
You must do some fancy pirouetting.
Grab that stone on his head.
So Cody, do a strength check as the little child's like running towards your feet.
Kick it.
You do kick it. you kick it. So this like what once was a child running on all fours, as you can see, like now as it turns, you can see the wound on its head with like exposed brain, and it comes at you, and you just like ow, like kick it aside. And as these other two are shambling towards you, like with jerky motions, and they make swings at you, and you're able to knock their arms aside as they're making unarmed swings at you.
How
The
do you
skeleton.
make an unarmed swing?
Well, unarmed is no weapons.
Unarmed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Keep fighting these zombies and maybe find out. You know?
Yeah, they
They're
could
just
be
like-
unarmed.
That's me right now.
Yeah. I'll hold them off.
It's easy.
Now
to
can I
unarmed.
swipe the guy's head thing off?
No, it's their turn. So, with
Why is it my turn?
because you guys went, you did your attack. He didn't do anything yet. It's the zombies didn't move. Zombies' turn. So as the zombies are kind of like running out to you, Brielle, these skeleton, you hear the click clack of these skeletons as they like you had just knocked him down as the dart had caught him in the eye, and they're all coming towards you. These like a human skeleton, click clack of bones, a zombie horse, and you take seven from these zombies as they like kind of just a mass of bones, almost like uncoordinated, just rush into you, knocking your poor little bobcat form askew. The bobcat has 13 HP, so you're knocked down, kind of like skidding from these bones as they're like clambering around you. And Jeska kind of like stands up with his eye. He's can't really see what he's doing, so he makes a wild swing, doesn't attack with disadvantage. And he just, there's like a dark bolt you see as like energy kind of like coalesces around his hand, and it shoots off towards you, like narrowly missing where you once were, Brielle, and then leaves a smoking crater in the ground. And now it is your guys' go.
Now I'm gonna swipe the thing off his head.
So you have these skeletons coming towards you, so if you want to run towards him, they get the chance to attack you back if you want to risk it.
Can I just chew on the skeletons? I'm a carnivore.
You can attack the skeletons, but if you're trying to get past the skeletons to get to him, they're blocking your way now, so you'd have to
Can we disassemble the skeletons?
You can. Jakuba's very good at disassembling skeletons, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's busy being attacked by zombies. Can Lois make the skeletons go to sleep?
Skeletons won't. You could try. DM, I'm not supposed to tell you stuff like
Skeletons don't
that.
sleep.
Skeletons don't sleep.
Then again,
Could
we're trying to kill dead people.
Could I, as like part of me, like dodging those zombies, can I disengage and run towards the skeletons?
On your turn, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know whose turn that was.
Can I cast spells as a bobcat?
No.
Lame.
I know, right? Sorry, you actually do learn that later. That's like a big, awesome druid ability.
Not today.
So Jakuba actually, like, as these zombies, like, he's fending them off as they're scuttling towards him. Like, as you like knock them down, they're doing like the grudge walk, crawling as if their limbs don't make sense anymore, just kind of like scuttling towards him. And you see their like once human faces, and you recognize like it's disturbing how they once, just briefly, were human as well. And you're able to disengage, and you run off, and you're running towards the skeletons now, Jakuba.
And what my idea is bowling ball and pins.
What are you
If there's
bowling
any way-
balling?
I'm the bowling ball, and the skeletons are the pins. So I'm full on sprint. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into a warrior slide.
Hey,
With
make
my
sure you
blade.
pirouette.
Yeah, with my blade held out like this, and I'm gonna try and just like slide into the thick of them.
So you used your action disengage, so I don't think you have that this turn.
I'm dreaming about it as I'm running towards.
Okay, that's the intention. So Castamir and Veruca, it's your actions now, and still Brielle. You can decide what you want to try to do here. You can go for the guy on the ground, like he's getting up. It's just you risk the skeletons being able to attack you.
Well, I'll do that. If I get attacked, I'll just become a hobbit again. Possibly. If
So
they actually get me.
yeah, so as you're kind of like the bobcat's trying to like rush between these, they all get opportunity attacks on you. Bobcats are fast, so 2 of them do strike. Yeah, so they actually, as you're like running past them, they do end up striking you. all of them kind of like clamoring. You feel like sharp shards of bone and just bludgeoning as these massive, like misshapen, like conglomeration of bones smack down on you. You're knocked out of your panther form, and your panther form only had a little bit of HP left. So you take a stack of exhaustion, and you also take 4 damage carrying over, because if you're hit for more damage than your panther has HP or your bobcat, the rest carries over. And exhaustion means you have disadvantage on all your ability checks from here on out until you get rested. And the more exhaustion stacks you have, the worse it gets. So you're able to, you're knocked by, you run past them, and you kind of like tumble by as these bones kind of like wound your panther form, and you get up just feeling totally drained, but you're able to act now.
Shake it off.
Well, now I'm like half his height. Is he still on the ground, or is he
He's on the
standing?
ground. Yeah, he's on the ground still.
Well, I'm gonna try to grab the thing and then roll away real fast.
Okay, so you could do a... If you try to grab something like that, I'd say roll a strength check, contested by his, to see if you can grab it.
Strength.
Yeah, and he rolls his own strength.
Oh, wait, hold on. The thing that says save? No, I know where I'm at. Hold on.
The number you have to beat is 12. That's what he rolled.
Is that just a 20 then? What
It's
do
a 20.
I roll? What?
It's a 20 minus 1 because your strength is minus 1.
We matched then.
You matched. I don't. So you're actually grappling. So you reach, you grab, you have hold of the gem, and he's grabbing your arms. It's like a stalemate as you're trying to pull it off, and he has you. So you end both kind of locked.
Can I stab him with the arm?
asleep.
Veruca, you can help. So you're further away as you've not run closer, but you have a thing called Bardic Inspiration. That's that thing where you can inspire them. And so she can actually add a roll. She gets another little bonus to her roll if you want to use your Bardic Inspiration.
Inspire her, Lois.
Okay, here.
Lois, what does it look like? What does it look like? Okay.
Veruca's doing this interpretive dance in the back and just filling you with vigor.
I pirouette.
So you get a d6 now. So roll a d6 and add it to your number.
16.
Yeah, so you end up pulling it off of his head. And as you yank the diadem off, the skeletons and zombies seem to slump. And you make another Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Where is that? What is that? Constitution
It's on your core
save
stats,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I found it.
So you
18.
you get the sense that it just constantly is draining energy, and the longer you hold it, the more it'll pull from you. But you're able to kind of like, you're able to withstand it this time, as you can kind of like have the extra vigor as you pull it off. The zombie slump, and as it's trying to drain your energy, you resist, but you get the sense that it's going to keep draining you if you hold on to it.
Oh my god, we have to get that fucking ball.
Just because it's touching my hands, or can I like chuck it in my little satchel?
You can try the satchel thing.
Well, chuck it in my little satchel.
So as you put it in your little
Good
satchel,
motion.
so as you put it in the satchel, you don't feel the tug of its withering energy right now. So the zombies seem to slump, and you now are able to approach.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who or what is Jeska?
So as you walk up to ask, you can ask Jeska. You remember Jeska was a disgruntled, like an excellent student, like top marks, but always seemed to kind of like to stray to the forbidden sides of magic, and then constantly chastised by his teachers. That's what you remembered from the university talking to you.
Do I make it over there? I was running.
Yeah, I'd say that you're running.
All right, I
In rhythm.
run up. Yeah.
Yeah, so the combat turns. We're going to end the combat turn order, so now kind of everyone is free action.
My original plan, bowling ball, Operation Bowling Ball. I changed my plan. I run over to the prone Jeska. I put my foot on top of him, and I make an intimidation check, and I just go, "Who are you?"
Okay, do an intimidation. Roll strength. So roll strength and add if you have an intimidation bonus. You just can't roll good ever, Cody.
No.
Is your intimidation like, who are you?
Yeah. I'm out of breath. Who
are you? Actually, so you're so you have +3 for intimidation.
Yeah, man. Why a strength check? I
And your
should roll
strength?
an intimidation check.
No, so it's 6. Yeah, so you put your kind of like foot right on him, and you kind of demand like, what'd you ask him?
I asked them. Hold on. I asked him who he is, why he does what he does,
And how to fix the forest.
I let others chime in.
So he answers as he's kind of struggling. What was that?
How do we stop him?
So as he's kind of like struggling against his foot, he kind of shouts at you. He's like, "I'm your better, you lumbering oaf." And he's like, but as your foot's kind of like presses a little deeper, he sits there and he's like, "Ah." And the question you asked was, like, what he was doing? Like, what is? I didn't catch the second part there.
There were many questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there. He's like, one at a time, one at a
him
time.
in the face out of anger because I know who he is.
What is your favorite color? Just kidding. I look to my very charismatic team members and I prompt them to ask questions. As I'm the muscle, I just apply pressure.
Yeah.
Why are you doing what you're doing?
I'm super angry and I'm just gonna whack him in the face and say, "How do you fix it?"
We got to know his motivation.
Well, I actually have a pretty high intimidation score, so I'll roll for intimidation.
Okay.
And see if we can. I'm going to ask him.
Do it with advantage because she's smacking him in the face. Good cop. It's a good cop, bad cop routine.
Why you hit yourself?
So with advantage because everyone's kind of helping out. It's like a group intimidation thing. So still, like as you guys like, he's kind of like tells you, it's like, your simple minds wouldn't understand the complexity of what I'm dealing with here.
What will it for?
Try us.
He's like, kind of like still kind of squirming. He has like his bruise thing. He's blind in one eye. And he's just like,
is it his turn or can I do something?
It's not really a turn. It's kind of free action here.
I have a cantrip that is infestation, and I'm going to infest him with a bunch of little creatures that are going to make him real miserable. And tell him.
Is that what's happening right now?
What?
This is torture.
Yeah.
I ask him why he's killing the forest and how to stop it because I'm getting angry that he's not telling me. So I'm going to infest him.
I shake him down for his lunch money.
He dies.
I
rolled
because of the fleas.
He died of acute flea infestation.
So you had knocked him. A bobcat had clawed him, bit him. He had a dagger in his eye. He was smacked in the face by a magical staff. Jakuba was choking him, and the fleas put him over the edges. He's just a student. He had magical powers. He didn't have a lot of HP. He died.
Well, that's a lot of zombies.
Yeah. I feel really good about what we just did.
We don't have any answers yet, though.
We got the job.
I'm 100% satisfied. My curiosity is sated. I check him for money. I see if he has any money on him.
Who's got a really high Arcana score? Because we're going to need somebody.
Yeah. So you do find he has a pack of 40 gold, kind of like a pouch of his own personal.
I pocket it.
Ill-gotten gains. I will make also. I'm just like, you got to share with the group a little bit.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything yet. I'm just taking it.
Okay, well, I'll allow some of this, but if we get to the point where like people are just little scrounging all their stuff, like teamwork, guys, teamwork.
Loan it to them.
Well,
you can do perception investigations if you want to look what's going on.
Excuse me, I'm the one that did everything in this fight, save for throwing the wheel of fire.
Okay. Yeah.
The discus of fire.
Yeah. The discus of fire, though, is pretty badass.
Good idea for a tire or for a wheel. I still have leather, though, so it better be good.
Did you add leather to Lois's inventory?
Lois said she had a sheet of paper. Okay, I'll add leather to her sheet of paper.
I give 10 gold to my party members.
Each or total?
Each.
No.
I split it fairly.
Okay, I'm
How
just
many
like...
do you have,
What?
Me?
Frounder?
What?
How many do you have? Because you pick it up wherever you go.
That is none of your business.
I take your 10 and give you one of these looks.
So-
my 10?
This friend's coming behind
Yes,
us.
I take the 10.
Well,
You
well,
give
she
me.
takes the 10 you gave her, I
Oh,
assume.
okay. Okay.
Oh!
I was like, ah!
So I kind of just scratch my head and I'm like, well, that was unintentional, but we should probably
Yeah.
go back to whatever I don't remember his name. What was the lead teacher's name?
Jost was the guys that you interacted with.
Yes, I say we should probably go ask him about this stone that's in my baggie here.
I lug the guy that what's his name again?
Jeska.
Jeska?
I lugged Jeska's dead body over my shoulder, and I'm gonna bring him back with us.
Okay.
He's covered in
You know,
fleas.
He's covered in
If
fleas.
you hadn't thrown the tire, we could have put him in the cart. But, you're strong, so.
Alright, so that's... Remember, doesn't D&D make y'all feel like heroes?
Oh yeah. You were very
Well,
kind.
that's sad.
war
We just
crime.
killed
That's
a
why.
man.
Come on.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes Cody a little bit afraid of me.
Alright, so any other actions while you're doing this?
I judging by how everywhere we go, there's always extra stuff in the background. I look around in the background.
So, as you're looking around, where do you look exactly? Just in the background. I'm going to be a little more specific than that.
I do a 360 scanning. I light
Okay.
every dark nook and cranny.
I mean, you're outside of a tower, you see, like, crumbling
I'm going
remains of
in the
walls.
tower.
So, Veruca goes into the tower.
I want to
It's-
find something to heal myself because I still have some damage from the carryover and the exhaustion. I need to have something
Yeah.
I need some coffee or something.
Yeah, only a long rest can
Oh
get
my
rid
god,
of
that looks
excessive cost.
delicious.
I
Want
know.
some coffee? Here's some
Yes.
coffee.
I want some, but it's 10:40. So-
Yeah.
All right. So
841.
as Veruca goes into the tower, she finds there's like a hole that's been dug, and it's like scratched out by bones and claws. You can see like the kind of like bones kind of around there, and
I think they're...
it's almost like he was digging into the middle of this tower to kind of like it was almost like a mining excavation as he was trying to like dig into it.
Was he digging up bones?
So as you look in, you see a partly uncovered, basically a partly uncovered coffin, like ornately done with mystic runes written on it.
So what kind of check do I do to that?
That
You could do a history one.
Yeah, you
so
could
you
do.
can read
I
the
would allow
runes.
like what languages did you say you speak, Veruca?
Everything.
I mean, again, there is a spell.
I do really good ogre.
There's a spell that'll let you speak every language, but
I mean, she could at least see if she could identify the runes or something.
I'd say that's an Arcana check. So that's your understanding of magic.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Bang.
Okay, so let me check to see what.
So
Did I find any coffee beans?
I gave you coffee.
You can't seem to make out the runes. They seem, even though you have studied some magic, they seem older than something that you've looked at.
They don't look like what we saw in the other cave.
No.
The heck is that?
That's her plague doctor stuffed animal.
He's scary.
It's 2020. You gotta have a blood doctor.
I think it's a vampire.
You think what's a vampire? The
coffin?
coffin?
The coffin, yeah. This is metagaming a little bit, but it smells like a vampire.
Did you taste it?
He's not even in there.
I'm not even in there.
So how are you making this presumption? It's a coffin, therefore it's a. Is the moon full?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's full, but covered by kind of clouds as they're kind of coming over you.
Yeah, but full.
I wouldn't say 100% full because it's like that'd be a weird coincidence.
So can
Did
I
I
try
find
with
something
the coffin?
to re-energize myself and such?
I
No.
already gave you coffee.
There's no coffee. Only a long rest can get rid of exhaustion stacks.
Or what if if I do something to do heal points, does my HP come back, just not the exhaustion stuff?
Yeah, like you could do it if you have a spell slot left. You could good berry and heal yourself with some berries.
Didn't
Can I look around and try and find some healing herbs? What?
Dice?
You could. There's nothing. It's complete desolation.
Oh yeah,
for
everything
all-
was dead. I remember
Yeah.
now. He doesn't have anything in his room.
If you want to look around, you could look because Veruca looked and saw the coffin. If you guys want to like check around more.
I hear
I'm gonna
there's
look for
coffee
some kind of
beans in
health
the
potion or
coffin.
health salve or something.
Hey, Brielle.
What?
It's a coffin, not a coffin.
It's full of coffee.
Yeah.
I drink it.
All right. You do have the health potions that Jost had given you, but those are rare to just be chugging in.
No, I'm looking for in the room for health salves or health potions or whatever.
Okay, you can do a perception check. And Castamere, what are you doing? Well, she's looking around.
Actually, I'm looking at some stuff. I'm not. I didn't think about this when I was making my character, but I mean, it would make sense that I might know like some very, very basic alchemy, like very specific ingredients for like that poison oil to put on blades and such.
Yeah. Okay.
How? I mean, would I just throw that in there as like, hey, by the way, I know a little bit of alchemy? I'm not seeing that as like a skill or anything.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Hmm.
I got
so
a 15.
there would be an alchemist thingy, like a kind of. It's one of the tool proficiencies, like how you're proficient with thieves' tools. There's an alchemy kit. Tool proficiencies are a little bit of a bigger deal, but I could probably like swing it where if you wanted to be. Yeah, so we could say that you're a little proficient in especially like kind of poisons. So we'll give you proficiency with an alchemy toolkit, but you don't have one on. Those cost some gold. So you can't make something yet, but you're aware of kind of the process.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So in that case, I mean, we're in the tower. I'm assuming that this guy had like a personal quarters somewhere, so I definitely want to try and find that.
So you and Brielle are both looking around for this, and she rolled a pretty high perception there. And it's not like much of a quarters, because everything's kind of crumbled down. It was almost like just a kind of simple bedroll that he had up. Kind of like a small collection of personal belongings. You find some like kind of mad scrawling scrolls kind of like rolled up. And then 2 more scrolls that seem to be tightly bound with an arcane writing, kind of like written on a ribbon, like tying them up. And yeah, and then he had the gold on him, so that's what you find there.
So
I find no healing
So it's
anything.
two scrolls that are bound arcanely, and then like a sheaf of papers that is just kind of like looks like his kind of. It reminds you of the diary that you found earlier. It just kind of seems to be his own personal thoughts on some stuff.
So Shane, I walk into the tower.
Okay.
And I make note of the coffin. I walk over to the coffin, or it's like down in that pit. I climb down. I double check with my warrior senses to make to see if I think it's safe, and if that is a thing, I put my ear against the coffin.
Okay. You put your ear against the coffin, I guess.
Yes, I listen.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said you put your gear in the coffin, and I was like, why?
I mean, you don't hear anything from the coffin.
I knock.
You hear a knockback.
Oh! I do one of these. I go dun 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 dun.
It just starts to kind of like there's like almost like just a thumping and a banging against the sides.
That's not sarcasm.
Yeah, well,
Like, I feel like
there's a reason why it was
even
buried.
with you saying that's not sarcasm, they probably succeed.
We should just bury it again.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do that?
I advocate yes. I want to bury it.
I vote without Dominique's sort of whatever that's all powerful. Probably shouldn't deal with vampire things right now.
Yeah.
So her sword actually heals you, which is funny. It's not some all-powerful thing. It's +1 to damage, and it heals people. You guys did identify
Well,
it last
I need
time.
healing. So-
Well, too bad she's gallivanting on. Too bad she's working at Meyer. All right, so yeah, so you start to bury this coffin. So Veruca, while you were gone, Jakuba walked down to the coffin that you had found that was written in arcane stuff. He knocked. He heard it knock back, and he's burying it now. He's burying.
Hello!
All right, so yeah, you're able to kind of find all the dirt that was pushed to the side, and it takes you probably like a half hour of Jakuba-sized work because he's big, and he's able to just tightly pack it and bury it.
Yeah. I do a little
Colin!
pat at the end.
What?
All right, the coffin is now buried.
Could have been
Nice.
gold in there.
Throw gold doesn't knock back. That's all.
He learned his lesson from stealing from tubes.
I'm done with zombies.
I don't
Throw
know
the
about
shovel,
that.
and I take my earnings and my corpse on my shoulder, and I'm ready to head back.
He's like whistling with a skip, gold in one hand, a corpse in the other.
Job well done.
I mean, I guess I follow him because I want to get to town to get rid of this gem. And also to start saving the forest. And also because I need a long rest.
All right, so as you guys start to return to town, any last chance before we kind of roll credits on this one.
Cody, what do you want to do with the coffin? You going to chill with it?
Coffin is buried right now.
I mean, he could
I
still
can,
chill with it.
I can unbury it.
It would take you longer than it did Jakuba. Jakuba's big.
Well, yeah,
I
I know,
wonder-
but I'm big
All right,
too.
yeah.
It's not that big.
I want to call an animal friend to the air. See if I can call an animal friend to the area to stand guard over it.
Again, everything's dead around here.
But I can call them.
have
You
no
tried
friends.
calling before, yeah. It's just a desolate wasteland all the way around here.
Ain't nobody coming in there for you.
What is your
Well.
last chance? Like,
We're gonna end the session, roll credits, and kind of be like, you guys start heading back to town.
yeah,
We
job
already
well
checked
done.
out everything in the tower.
Yeah, you found I don't know if you were here when they did it. They found a
Yeah,
sheaf
yeah,
of papers. It was a sheaf of papers, kind of like similar to his journal that he'd written before, and matching some of the
Oh.
papers you had taken as well.
I was going to say, aren't I the one that has paper?
You have papers as well of his, so more
Now
of
you got
his
more.
kind of writings. Yeah, more of his writing papers, and then 2 scrolls that are bound in like a kind of magic lock. It's like magic ribbon kind of rolled around them. They're actually, you might recognize them as adventurers. They're actually magic scrolls that you can use. They contain spells, like higher level spells that you use once and they're gone.
Magic with a K?
Yeah, so you're able to use them once, they're gone, and then that's kind of what you
Yeah.
found there.
We took those, right? Like,
Yeah, you guys took the
Something like that.
sheaf of
Okay.
papers and the scrolls. No, Burrell's like, I don't know what this is, tosses it. I don't know what this tosses.
I mean, that
And I'm
sounds
going
like
around
Starlight,
like
so
all right. I ride off into.
You can't ride off
doom
into
and
anything.
gloom.
You'll have a
Doom
horse.
and gloom.
I'm out of mech.
I march down the Yellow Brick Road with my.
What are you
corpse.
What are you writing on?
I'm just kind of skipping.
He has another wagon wheel like a unicycle.
Can you throw in like a pirouette while you're skipping?
I do a pirouette.
That would
Okay.
make my day.
So as you guys start to leave behind the broken
Zombieland.
bones and the 3 corpses of the farmer's family, and you're heading out,
Zombies.
and then you see the like as you're leaving, the sun kind of crests from behind the tower, and you start to have a little glimpse. And as you look back with the sunlight, you see like in a just like multiple mile radius around from emanating from the center tower. It's like a blast radius of just withered death and decay, and you're able to kind of fully grasp the scope as you're leaving.
So,
Glad that's over.
Jakumba, quit your skipping. Look what's going on.
I thought that already happened.
It already happened. It's just now that the sun is coming up, kind of like the first dawn, you're able to see it.
To actually see it.
Who's holding on to this gem that we?
It's in my bag.
It's in her bag.
In her pouch, so it doesn't suck the life out of her.
I slap my cadaver. I'm like, not this guy.
I'm just like,
Why don't you knock on him, Jakumba?
I knock on
the coffin.
Jasper, Jakiva,
Jeska.
Jehovah,
Jeska, yeah.
Jeska.
Jumanji?
I knock on him, Shane.
Does he knock back?
No.
I'm just like sobbing hysterically while like dragging myself around because I keep seeing all these.
Man, I should have buried him with the coffin because that's what he wanted to get to. Oh man, I missed.
Then you would have opened the coffin.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I should have just laid him on top of the coffin and then buried it. Oh well.
No.
You win some, you lose some.
You could bury him along the way.
Yeah.
You're a
All
good
right.
No,
shovel dealer.
I'm gonna bring him back to his university.
So, do you guys look at the paper? I'll say that you're able to read the papers as you're kind of leaving through the thing of light, and you. He talks about how this was a. I have something there. It was the tower of hundreds of years ago of the wizard Riven, who was alleged to have found the secret of surviving.
He was in the coffin.
Even past death, and he was trying to uncover that using... Like, his plans outlined his trying to use the zombie labor to, like, dig up and find the secret that was buried with Riven of life everlasting.
And Riven was like this, like, awesome sorcerer dude.
That's the tower that you saw. It was like hundreds of years old, crumbled, but it was once a...
Well,
like,
here's the
very
thing. If you buried him, he's still alive. He's just down there knocking louder.
Yeah. And
So we can go
he
back
will
sometime.
continue knocking. Yeah, we can tell our grandchildren about it, and they could decide at one point.
We had the key to eternal life, but we buried it.
We buried it. Yeah. See,
I might go
Jakuba.
off on my own and try and figure this out, or just leave Mr. I want your gold. Although I do
You
need
know,
his power.
you,
It's
you,
free.
you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Okay,
That's
Harvey Dent.
Jakuba's philosophy. That's Jakuba's philosophy.
You're giving me a headache.
All right, I think it's almost 11. I think people need some sleep, so we're going to end that there. Hopefully next time we'll have Lindsay around here. And quick,
And
well,
I think we've just given up on your mom.
yeah, I think we have. I'm going to call her
Yeah.
and then ask, but it's just maybe honestly, I might just see if she's better for another day and have like a smaller one. Like maybe like we'll have a separate one or something, but because she seemed to have a lot of fun for it, so if it's not going to work out for the timing of there, then all right. So quickly though, I want to, while it's fresh in everyone's mind, a quick vote on who gets inspiration next time. Who got the cool play of the game?
I thought the cat jumping thing was pretty cool.
All right, we got one vote for Brielle.
We can't hear you,
Bobcat.
Shane.
Like
We
this.
have one vote for Bobcat Brielle.
I'm gonna go for Jakuba and that, because I mean that was a spectacle. A flaming wagon wheel crushing an undead family.
And reburying a coffin.
Oh yeah.
I said to rebury it. He
Okay.
concurred.
I wasn't here. I don't know.
All right. So,
I was,
Veruca and Brielle, you get a vote now too.
I'm gonna go with Veruca insulting the guy until it hurt.
Yeah, I'm good at insults.
All right, Veruca, you get it. Basically, everyone is
go with
one, so you
Jakuba.
get pick. All right, so Jakuba, you have inspiration again for next one.
Yeah, I like for what it mattered. I changed my vote, or I vote again for Castamir's dagger throwing into the eye. That was pretty cool.
Okay, so
Hey, I used my sword for the eye too, you know.
I
The
remember
bear
that.
eye. We got a lot of bad guys down this one.
Holy crap, could they like leave us alone? It's like zombie after wicked evil people.
all right, I'm gonna
Is that
give
what
mine.
this is all about?
This session was. Sometimes it's you missed the one where Bridget and Lindsay spent 20 minutes eating breakfast, imaginary breakfast. So
I was
sometimes,
talking to spiders the whole
That sounds
time.
exciting.
so
Lindsay spent 20 minutes eating breakfast. I was running around talking to spiders.
so yeah, the
Well, that's normal.
cool little thing with this one. So sometimes it'll be like a big action-packed like fights after fights, especially
That's
like
all I've had
dungeons.
is action.
Sometimes it'll be like you're talking to characters, NPCs in towns. Sometimes it could be like you guys spend a week in town and you might decide that your character likes to gamble and you might go lose it all in the horse races or something. So you can kind of
Well, you
decide.
know what my new interest is?
What's that one?
Ganja.
Ganja. Yeah. I will look up the rules. for
Magic
mystical
brownies.
weed. I know that. I'm sure it's
Magic
D&D. They
brownies.
exist. I gave fairy berries to another to another group,
Berry berries.
and every
I
time
like
they
the
eat
sound
one,
of that.
every time they eat one, it's like
Very
Braille's
good.
good berries, except given by fairies. So they're supercharged. They heal for more, and I roll 100-sided dice. It's 2 10-sided, and it's a list of 100 things that could happen, and they have no idea what happens. That's the magic brownie version of D&D.
I like
Well, I need to find that.
It exists. It's out there.
long bottom leaf.
Long bottom leaf.
You need that long bottom leaf.
All
I
right,
don't even
I'm gonna
know
give
what that means.
inspiration next one. So Castamir gets
Yeah,
one
because
because
you need to watch Lord of the Rings.
he had the
That's what you need.
highest
Yeah.
roll. Castamir had the highest roll out of anybody, so I'm gonna give my DM inspiration to him. He got the 25 with his crit on the dart. And
Oh,
so next time Jakuba and Castamir have their inspiration, and I'm gonna end it there. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
That was
night.
fun.
I recorded this one
Nobody-
too. I'm gonna upload this one because I recorded this one too. So
What
I
do
don't
you
know if Grandma
upload
watched
to?
the
What do
last
you
one.
mean?
After all this, we didn't level up.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My bad. Oops.
Oh,
Whoops. Let me see.
level up.
Some skeletons and a boss.
Yeah. So that's quite a bit. So how I kind of do that. So the bear's 15 EXP, like one single one. You got past the wolves without fighting, so that was an additional like 5. So that's 20 total. And then the boss guy's 20 because he's the boss guy. So you would have had 40 EXP throughout this whole big
Shane,
combat encounter fight.
I have 0 EXP on my thing.
Well, someone should keep track of stuff on their sheet now, huh?
I didn't know.
I have the dungeon master do mine.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how much guys you had last time.
I don't.
Did we give you XP last time?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so
Nope.
either.
Last time you just talked about how you were just doing overall level and not XP, and so I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Shane.
Well, no, I did. I definitely
Yeah.
explicitly said I'm doing an XP. It's 0 to 100. I give XPs in increments of 5, depending on like the task. And
Well, I've been 10 and 90 for like 3 games. 10 current and XP to next level 90 for like 3 games.
I have no
Let's
idea
see.
what I am.
I think it might be a level 3 time. Yeah, because like if I just forgot to give it out last time.
And what does this mean?
Level 3.
Okay.
Level 3.
All right. So we'll
Level
do
3.
it. We'll do level 3 here.
3.
All right. So that means we're gonna. I'll have to
Yeah.
show you, Lois. So you get to pick what special kind of bard you are. You get to pick from a whole list. They give you some super cool abilities. You get a stronger and cooler spell, like the next level of spells. Brielle, you never summoned your Patronus thing. I forgot you could do that. That's
No, I
why
didn't do that yet.
I'm almost like that's why I'm hesitant to level you up, is because I feel like you guys haven't really utilize the stuff you already have. So,
Well, I don't really do anything if I level up. Like nothing changes for me on this one.
yeah, your big one was level 2. So you do get access to a next level spell. So really quick, we'll do hit dice and then just kind of look up the guys who have already looked up stuff on D&D, look up what you get at level 3, and you kind of... I know Castamir and Jakuba were already thinking about what kind of subclass they wanted to be. And then Lois, I think for you, I'm gonna actually codify like
My
what
name
you
is
have.
Veruca.
I'm sorry, my apologies, Veruca. I'll get a sheet. I'm gonna
I
have
am
it
Ward.
codified. So I want you to see like what you can do, and I'll give like little... There's like the big rule text one, but most of them are pretty plain language. Like it'll tell you like magical sleep. Makes sense. And you do get a strong one. I know you get like a kind of stronger spell at level 3. So, and I'll tell you what different
So
types
I
of
can
bards.
I can put Jumanji to sleep.
Oh, you could do that right now if you wanted to. You have the
I
spell
probably
for
wouldn't
that.
take much. He looks pretty tired.
And the thing here is we're all... Let's quickly do your hit dice rolls. So this is your level roll.
Is that to see how much more HP we get?
Yes. So
Where do we roll
7. You roll for it. So Casimir adds 7 to your max.
What do I roll? A what-sided dice?
It's an 8-sided for you.
What do I roll, Shane?
You roll a 10-sided because you're the warrior.
6.
So you add 6 to your max. Jakuba, you add more, Jakuba, because you have a high constitution.
How much do I add?
Add 2 to whatever you rolled.
Okay. So
if I
gain 9.
if I had like full life, do I have 16 or do I still have 10 and I don't add it to full life?
Add it to your full life, because it's added to both, kind of like as you level up here. And then Veruca, you got 5.
Shane, do I count in my level up HP as part of my current as well? So do I
Yeah,
heal a
go
little
ahead,
bit?
because it's just kind of... You both get a little bit there. You level up.
Also, are you keeping track of spells I use? Because I don't know how to do that.
I want you to do it, so I'll show you how.
He's got his hands full with me.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I have to keep track of all these zombies and shit over here. You can certainly keep track of spells.
I'll show her how to do it on the character sheet before we play again next time.
And the next time it should be like, you guys can probably take a well-earned rest in town, and then that should kind of reset everything, and then you'll be... Yeah, so we'll start from fresh to kind of like... And then from there we'll keep track a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, like, Veruca, I'm looking at here, so... You can detect thoughts. That's one of the ones you can do. You could, like, read someone's mind. You could heat
Anyone's
metal.
mind?
They have a chance to resist, but that's one of your second level spells. Kind of confusing second level, but at level 3 you get second level spells. So, one of them is you can heat metal, so if someone's holding a sword, you can make it heat up where they have to drop it. Or if they're wearing armor, you can heat it up, and they can't get it off quite, so they're just burning up.
Yeah, but zombies don't wear armor.
Not everything's gonna be a zombie. I'm a fan of
here's what I
zombies, so
don't
I'm not
get. How do you
I'm not
kill
going to
the dead?
guarantee. You watch a zombie movie and watch how they do it.
I haven't even watched Lord of the Rings. You think I'm going to watch a zombie movie?
You got some homework here. Zone of Truth. This looks cool as crap. Zone of Truth. You create a magical zone that guards against deception. So
So you could get anybody inside that circle and ask them, and they couldn't lie to you.
they have a chance they can resist it magically, but if they fail that, they must speak the truth. The detect
That's
thoughts.
a good one.
Let's read thoughts. You can.
How many of these do I get?
I think you can. Ooh, I'd have to check really quick.
I want more than one.
I don't think you get more than one to start.
It's level 3. I should get 3.
What's this one? Silence.
Wait, is Lois level 3 or is she level 2? When did we level up the first time?
I'm just gonna keep everyone on the same level to start with. Like
Don't
maybe
make them
later
try
I'll be more.
more.
Yeah, later on I'll be more complex. I'm fine with stuff like that, but I think, especially with people dropping in and out, and like I don't want to punish Lindsay because she had to work, So I'll keep everyone at roughly the same level.
Work is punishment enough.
Exactly.
Accurate.
Wait, Lois, you have to pick this one. I've determined it. It's called Magic Mouth. You implant a message into an object, and then when the object is triggered, or with whatever trigger you want to, a magical mouth pops up on the object and says whatever you want it to say to it.
Like a howler.
Yeah, it's like a howler. So the triggering
howler?
circumstance... It's a
from Harry Potter, Lois.
Make it speak
I've
goblin
watched
very
those
loudly.
Yeah. So the triggering circumstance can be as general or as detailed as you like. So you can just make like a little... It's almost like a little trigger trap, and then you can have it say whatever you want. That's a fun one.
Can she make it insult people till it hurts?
It wouldn't hurt,
I can
probably.
do that without the mouth.
Yeah, I don't think they get a roll, but you could probably demoralize them a bit. But that's
I can
pretty
do that
funny.
without the mouth, though. I can do that in person.
Shane, I can't change my level.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I have to do that really quick. And then Castamir Jakuba, you guys look at your warrior and rogue subclasses. Like, if Mom came in to decide it, I might make her start at level 1 because it's more of the complexity of things to throw at her. Because, like, you guys get more complex as you level up.
Yeah. And she has no idea what's going on at this point.
Yeah, so...
She
I might
would be
make her-
incredibly helpful, though, as a healer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be very helpful. I'm just breathing really heavily in order to heal.
That is your ability. Yeah, he does have a second when he's like... and it heals him.
I just picture you doing, like, the hee-hee-hoos, like you're giving birth.
Like the giving birth.
Here,
Man,
here's an inhaler.
wow.
Yeah.
Jakuba, I
Yeah.
sure hope that you didn't have a mental image of a cool character because it's shattered. It's you cannot.
I have, I'm healing, but everyone thinks I have asthma.
I think
Yeah.
you are in active labor while doing pirouettes. So,
Hey, you know what? I get shit done, man.
Yeah, you buried a coffin. Good job.
I
You
buried
did,
a
yeah.
coffin. Yeah, you kidding me?
I mean, that might have been reading the writings you did. That might have been the good plan.
Yeah, it could have been, the secret to eternal life. But hey, it knocked
we don't.
back.
We saw what happened to the eternal life. We
Hey,
don't want that.
Hey, yeah. We might live forever, but that won't happen if we die.
Yeah. D&D players are people who know, like, they know of the word lich. So.
And it is.
It's a wizard who figures out the secret, becomes a zombie, and lives forever in their undead state, and just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. They are
Like
very scary.
Rasputin.
Yeah, like Rasputin.
Yeah, actually, that's why I wanted to do that investigation check before I attacked that boss, because I don't know, for some reason it didn't click with me. It's just like, oh, that's the guy we're looking for. I was like, oh, is he a lich? If he's a lich, we need
He
to run
was
away.
wanting to be, so he was a baby lich trying to be, and you guys.
Oh, it clicked with me because I had a hound nose, and I was like, this guy needs to die.
Yeah, and it's actually really good you got the thing right off his head, because, like, that's how he controlled all the zombies. He would have been... I had a cool thing.
Whatever was.
I'm actually very mad because I'm like, this is a cool boss fight. I set it up, and you guys like just made him look like an idiot.
We humiliated him, and it was
He had a cool
Throw
thing.
a discus
Yeah, he was gonna have a cool thing where, like,
fire.
on fire.
you were gonna, like, take down some zombies, and he was gonna have his gem flash, and they were gonna come back up again. And
You said that his gem glowed and they all animated, therefore get the gem off his head.
yep.
Oh.
I didn't expect him to be blind and knocked down. And
Well, you give us little names and answers. We got to do with them.
yeah.
And just a giant cat on top of them as Lois is like shouting insults into his ear.
Yeah.
And then I infest him
You
with
wanna
fleas.
be lich?
Yeah, but someone make sure they add those two.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's
Someone
awesome.
make sure they add the two spell scrolls to someone's inventory, because then you can identify those later.
Well, do I have
Veruca
the gem in my
doesn't
inventory?
It is, yeah.
I'm gonna add the spell scrolls too. I'll just carry everything.
It's the Circlet of Undeath, and you can use it if you want to.
Hey, I have Alchemist Fire and Acid.
Yeah, you found those earlier.
You forgot them.
Yeah, you have so you have the Diadem of Undeath in your inventory.
Undeath.
Does that mean if she dies, she comes back to life?
I don't know. I'm not saying it. I don't know.
I'm gonna add the scrolls.
Or you guys don't know is more apt.
Actually,
Look up Diadem of Death.
I might take those scrolls off of you because I plan on becoming an arcane trickster with my prestige or whatever.
Rude. I have them for now.
Well, an arcane trickster has a magical thief hand, so I feel like he'd be able to get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them anyway. So
Well, you don't have them right now because you ain't nothing right now.
You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
All right, so we'll do some reading on that, and Lois, I'll get your stuff written out and kind of give you like a little breakdown of what you can do, so that way, because I know I kept like everyone's like, "What do you do?" and they have their nice little character sheet, and you're like,
What do I do?
"What do I do?"
I thought you were writing stuff down, Lois.
I did write some of it down, but it keeps growing.
Yeah, it
And there's
does.
certain things I can and can't do. So it's like I have to use Shane's brain to do anything.
Well, figure
Which
out
works
roll
for
20.
me.
you know, you could print out one of the character sheets and actually physically write it down on that.
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
you
that's the way
have a printer?
to-
I do.
Oh, I'll see if I can send really quick.
So
And then
we're now
I
at
don't have
0.
all of those things. I have certain ones I can, certain ones that I already have, like my insulting ability, and I can transform into something, but not really. I just have an illusion of transformation.
Yeah.
You could be a plague doctor.
Yeah, no, he's ugly.
So we now have 0 current XP and 100 XP for next level.
Yeah,
right?
so we'll start fresh. We're going to make you guys, you guys have played enough to where level 3 is kind of a big moment. So we'll do level 3. We'll kind of start over, make sure everyone's
Party.
keeping track of stuff.
Jazz
And then-
hands.
Yeah.
Level 3.
Level 3. It's a big deal. It's actually
Level 3.
That's when you stop sucking so much. Like,
Excuse me, we haven't sucked at all.
think
We've
I
been
do
really
that,
sucking.
Shane.
Yeah, I know,
really
right?
have my doubts.
Yeah, Shane, give
I
us a
think
better
I'm going to
boss
suck
fight,
for a
man.
long
No,
time.
no, don't overcorrect.
I'm a professional sucker here.
I think I just heard Cody challenging the Dungeon Master.
Cody almost just died for stealing gold.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, but it has made him a little bit more wary of things.
hey, I just killed a boss with a bunch of fleas.
All right, wait, check this out really quick. So this is something
It wasn't just your fleas.
I
This
know, but I didn't mean to do that.
that was really funny. So
No,
this
it
is something I
wasn't.
got. I don't know if you can read it here, but it's called
Dragon Heist.
Yeah, Dragon Heist. It's called a campaign book, to where this thing, it's just like professional writers make it to where like this is just stuff I've been kind of pulling out of my ass and figuring it out. But this is something that I can like run you guys through, and this is just basically how to run the biggest city in D&D history. And then so you guys can, I can't run it quite yet, but using stuff like this, I can like expand the game really, really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it'll be
because I
fun.
really get everything we're doing so far.
Yeah. You'll get a hang of it. Well, the fun part is
It's
it's
fun.
like a lot of these muscles we don't get to stretch a lot. Like adults don't get to play
I've
imagination.
decided I wouldn't want your job to try and keep it all straight and keep the story going on. That would be just like, and then
It's fun.
You're
yeah.
like Lindsay.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Lindsay might have work if she wants to dungeon master. Cody's picking it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cody Trinell down
I'm gonna run a campaign for my coworkers.
I think-
one of these days.
I think Castamere
wanna
Cody
play.
would be really good at it too. Like I feel like he has the handle on his character, and like the idea of taking story and kind of like elevating it. So that would be cool.
Yeah, when they get these ideas to do things like take the wheel and turn it into a spinning diadem of flames. It's like,
Yep.
it's a wheel, dude.
In the hands of a Goliath.
And then part of me, there's a horribly curious part of me that really wants to see what a Bridget run D&D game would look like.
Oh God.
It would
It'd be
be
amazing.
It would be
Yeah.
animal
Remember
centric.
that tapeworm scenario that you laid out? That it would be that.
Yeah,
It just
terrible.
brings like flashes of all of her boy band fascinations through the years.
They'd be like evil boy
There was a
band.
They would
zombie.
be,
Also,
yeah.
it wasn't all of
That
them.
would be-
Literally, the
that
only
would be the
one was the
boss.
Jonas Brothers. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
have all of it. It was
the main
one.
bad guy would be the Jonas Brothers. No, I remember
Yeah,
like
and-
your Elijah Wood.
And they're bad guys,
and then...
but we can't.
Elijah Wood is not a boy band.
I know. I'm just saying.
That was purely Lord of the Rings centered. Like, I only liked him as Frodo.
And then there was like, what was it Jared Padalecki or whatever?
Jared and Jensen still exist.
Yeah.
Also, are not boy bands.
I'm just saying, for some reason, I have a very vivid like memory of all of your boy fascinations through the years.
She's
Cody's
a
like
fangirl.
Cody's like
I know.
everything's a
It's 'cause
boy
I think
band.
I had to, yeah. It's because I had to be in her boy band like one of those times.
Hey,
I literally
did you
remember I
did you see the pictures I posted to your Facebook?
Me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Did you
Oh,
tag
I'll
Thanks,
Cody?
just give you a hint.
Yeah,
I didn't- I just
excuse me,
posted on yours.
Cody Trinnell, you were the one that straight up looked like Justin Bieber for a decade.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
before
I
I
was
even
gonna
knew
say.
who Justin Bieber was.
That picture was in there, and I have to remind you that Grandma had a picture taped on her wall of Justin Bieber because she thought it was you.
That's the funniest. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
For years.
An embarrassing
Why,
family.
why do you have a picture of Justin Bieber? That's Cody. That's Cody. No, it's not. Look at the
That's
watch
amazing.
he's got on, Mom. That's not Cody. That's Cody. Okay,
That's so funny.
that's Cody.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like
the picture has your Bieber picture of your senior shots
yeah.
and a bunch of other ones. You with
But
braces.
that style I had was before I even knew who Bieber was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we all knew who Bieber was, and you were him.
Yeah, whatever.
At least you didn't tat your whole body up like him.
All right, Lois, I sent to the Facebook chat. It's a PDF thing that'll open up all the different like the
Yep, I
character
got it.
sheet. Yeah, so if you print that out, that'll kind of give you the character sheet you can write stuff down on. And
Lois
then-
gonna print stuff out and highlight it and
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll say, okay, Veruca,
make
what do you
little
want to
cliff
do?
notes.
Yeah.
You should
Use
take
a
What
Use a
can I
pencil.
do?
use a pencil. Make sure to use a pencil because you want to erase some stuff. But mainly
Alright,
some of the
guys.
spells. I'll send you.
I must go.
I'll send you
Good
things so you
night,
can kind of
good
read.
Night,
Yeah,
good
I'm gonna go.
night,
Good night, everybody.
Good
Night.
night.
All right.
Night.
Alright, I'm pushing this left side.